Hey everybody, this is the painting from video 324, where it was Prussian Blue Saves the Day again. I am totally undecided about this painting. Usually, it seems very chaotic, way more chaotic than I would like. But I'd love your opinions. At this point, I'm leaning towards painting over it because it's just too busy. My eyes can't settle on any part of it. And it just makes my brain busy. I hope that makes sense. I don't know. It's like, I feel there should have been some more white here. Let's see if it's probably stuck to this. It's not fully dry yet. Let's see, I probably should have tried to remove this before I started the camera. Alright. So, yeah, so it's still somewhat, but I suppose, let's see. So that's probably how I'd hang it. Actually, that looks better that way. I don't know. So I'm going to set it aside for now. And luckily it's not something I need to decide. You know, I've got lots that I have sitting around for months before I can decide whether they're keepers or not. Whoops, there we go. I don't want to zoom in too close because this is like a big fat chunky canvas. So I have a feeling I'm going to have to tilt it more. And if you're too close when I tilt it, I go off camera. So this is another from Jerry's Artorama. And it's their Brain the Edge, and it is 2.5 inches deep. So I've never worked on a canvas like this. It is just a big block. So we shall see. And I thickened up my paints right before this. I realized that like when I was sampling the Deco Art pouring medium, it was super thick, too thick. But on the other hand, the paint stayed where it was. It didn't zigzag, it didn't slide through other parts of it. And like in the painting the other day, where it was thin and it was kind of skimming the top. So I'm trying... I thicken these, as I said, to see if that helps. So they're still pretty thin, but they are thicker, than I normally use. So that one's, yeah, let's see how the purple is. This is Grumbacher. Well, actually, I have all the tubes right here. Got Grumbacher Deep Violet, Warm Gray, Cadmium Yellow Deep Hue, and Cadmium Red Medium Hue. So those are the colors I'm using, and I'm going to do a flip and drag. And my cold's getting a little better, but I am still hacking. I'm going to use this as my flip cup. I am only going to fill it a little tiny bit of the way, but I want the big opening so that it is a bigger area than this little. So as you can see, this covers a much larger area. And I am going to spray it with the WD-40 silicone in the black cup. And I'm going to spray it into here, but I'm going to do it over to the side so that it doesn't get on the canvas. Okay, so it is in there. I just pounded to see if I can get it around the sides. Oops, is that staticky hair on there? Alrighty. So let's do the warm gray. I hope there's not paint chunks in these since I just mixed them. That'd be a bummer. I love this yellow. It kind of does look like paint chunks. Hopefully not. So I really did love the look of the Art Deco top coat, but I did the math last night because I couldn't sleep. And if you're able to find it online for $7.99, which is what I found it online for, it ends up being, and that's 8 ounces, so that's pretty much $1 an ounce, you know, you add in tax. And then I calculated the art resin, which is 1 gallon, for $119. But as I've said before, if you order the 2 gallon, it's $40 cheaper. So let's just say it's at the 1 gallon. And that is, what did I say it was? It was either 93 or 96 cents an ounce. So art resin is actually cheaper than the Deco Art top coat, which I found interesting. And if you're using a different resin, it's going to be even a lot more expensive than that. And so, yes, it gives really nice results, and it's super easy to use. But I felt it used more ounces for coverage than the resin. I don't know if that makes sense. But it would not be a financially viable option for me. The Liquitex gloss varnish, I maybe use a tablespoon or 2 per painting because I apply it with a damp sponge, and it really doesn't take much at all. So 32 ounce of Liquitex gloss varnish lasts me like forever. So yeah, so if money is not an option and you like ease of use, then I highly recommend the Deco Art top coat. So, but if money is an option, I would say no. And I'm guessing that for most of us, money makes a difference. I'm adding Prussian blue because why not? I am almost worried that that is not enough paint. But these sides are so thick, I'm thinking I'm not going to get a lot of the color down there. Plus, I just read a comment on, someone commented, and oh my God, I'm blanking on your name right now, but you're a regular, and says, you know, don't worry about talking about your family. We're like your friends. If you can't talk to your friends, who can you talk to? And then then it kind of made me tear up, so I stopped reading. But thank you guys. I love you guys. I'm sure my husband gets so annoyed constantly hearing me talk about my paint friends. If you didn't know better, If you didn't know I had a YouTube channel, you'd probably be like, are they in your head? Maybe you should talk to a doctor about your paint friends. Alright, that is fairly thick still. I didn't think I poured that much white on there, but apparently I did. Sure didn't look like a lot. Alright, so I'm going to tilt up a little. Ooh, I'm glad I did the Prussian. Ooh, I really hope this stays. Lately my thing has been, ooh, I hope I don't screw it up. Look at that swirl going on there. So you can tell that down here was where the paint was touching most of the silicone. And I'm letting it sit. I can tell that this canvas is kind of pooling a little. I could have wet it and let it dry, and that probably would have made it a little more taut, but it will be okay. I'm wishing that all that color didn't go underneath the white as well. There's a lot of things I'm wishing right now. I think I'm actually going to try and get some of that off there. My fear is that when I torch this, there's so much white. The paint still feels pretty thin. Well, I'm just going to use that thinness to my advantage and tilt it all the way around. Because, you know what, sometimes you just gotta deal with the hand you're dealt, and this is still looking pretty pretty. Pretty pretty. Boy, the color's dripping off on the chunky edges. Looks good. So I'm going to kind of tilt it off this side as well, I think. Man, there is a lot of paint on here. What's up with that? Look at how pretty that is. There's a thing in there. Oh, let's torch. What was that? Did I trip that? Okay, now we got some interesting things happening. The edges are super cool. Just see it from all the angles. I like this one. I was going for less color. I think I'll stick with it. Just touch up the edges. And I wasn't looking at it from any particular angle, so I'm not gonna. So you guys have seen it from all four sides. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch y'all next time. Bye.